Every morning, Ravi wakes up at 7 a.m., rushes through traffic, gives 10 hours of his day, and at the end of the month, his salary vanishes in just 10 days. Rent, bills, EMIs, gone. He scrolls through social media, sees people his age buying properties, owning businesses, investing in stocks, and wonders, what are they doing that I'm not? Now here's the twist. Ravi isn't lazy. He works hard, earns decently. But he's trapped in a silent financial treadmill, where he runs fast but never moves forward. Have you ever wondered why some people earning the same salary as you somehow own assets, stocks, businesses, real estate, while others stay stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck loop? Most people die working for money, while the wealthy silently make money work for them. And that's exactly what this video is about. Turning your salary into ownership, quietly but powerfully. By the end of this video, you won't just understand how to manage your salary, you'll know how to multiply it through ownership. I'll show you real frameworks, asset types, and compounding techniques that have turned ordinary earners into extraordinary wealth builders. If you're ready to break through barriers and achieve greatness, hit that subscribe button. We're here to support your journey to success. Let's dive in. Number 1. Convert a portion of every paycheck into equity ownership automatically. Set up an automatic allocation the moment salary lands in your account. Treat ownership like a recurring bill. Schedule transfers to a taxable brokerage, retirement account, and an alternative asset bucket. When money moves before you feel it, you remove the temptation to spend and start buying pieces of businesses and assets, shares, index funds, dividend stocks, or fractional real estate. Over time, that steady habit builds a portfolio with exposure to equities, ETFs, and bonds, so your salary becomes a platform that purchases long-term ownership. The key is consistency. Compounding acts like a silent partner that rewards regular purchases more than occasional heroics. Use dollar-cost averaging to smooth market volatility. Every month you buy, whether the market is euphoric or fearful, and your average cost becomes the foundation of future gains. Keep a modest cash cushion for emergencies so you don't liquidate ownership in downturns. Reinvest dividends and distributions. Let dividend income compound back into the portfolio. Number 2. Use salary to buy income-producing assets first, then luxury later. Force a rule. First buy assets that produce cash flow, then fund lifestyle wants. Prioritize dividend-paying stocks, high-quality REITs, municipal or corporate bonds, and dividend ETF. These instruments generate consistent cash flow. Couple that with reinvestment and use scale passive income to cover lifestyle increases. When a paycheck creates recurring dividend receipts or bond coupons, those payments feel different from salary. They are signals that your ownership is working for you. Use a minimalist pay yourself first split that reserves a meaningful percentage for income assets, a percentage for growth equities and index funds, and a smaller percentage for discretionary spending. Over time, increase the income-producing allocation as your base grows, so the yield-producing piece becomes large enough to replace hours with options. Reinvest small yields until they become meaningful. Let compounding convert pennies into hundreds and hundreds into thousands. Number 3. Treat one pay raise as equity capital, not lifestyle fuel. When income rises, many people increase living costs immediately. Instead, allocate raises into ownership allocations that accelerate equity growth. Use the entire raise or a large chunk to fund concentrated ownership bets, index funds for diversified exposure, selected growth stocks for asymmetric upside, or real estate down payments to secure rental cash flow. Because raises compound, you don't have to fund them from scratch every month. Directing them to assets accelerates trajectory more than saving extra spare change. The psychological trick is to let the new baseline of spending be the old one. Keep living standards constant while ownership investments grow silently. Structure automatic flows that shift the raise to retirement accounts, brokerage accounts, or a private equity or small business investment. Ownership funded by incremental income compounds faster than initial savings because you're compounding on added principal permanently. When the time comes to spend, you'll have options that didn't exist before: sale proceeds, dividends, or cash flow you didn't have to earn anew. Number 4. Use strategic leverage to buy appreciating income-generating assets, not liabilities. Leverage is a tool. Use it to convert salary into ownership faster, but only for assets with predictable cash flow or appreciation potential. Mortgages for rental properties, margin for prudent equity allocations with strict risk rules, or bank financing for a cash-flowing small business can multiply returns if managed conservatively. Never use debt for depreciating liabilities like cars or consumer goods. Structure loans with fixed interest and long amortization. Leverage can convert a salary into substantial ownership quicker than saving alone, but misuse turns ownership into negative cash flow. Use leverage where the mathematics favors compound equity growth, not where it enhances consumption. Number 5. Own intellectual property, side businesses, or dividending small companies formed from salary-sourced capital. Convert salary into ownership by seeding a side business, buying a small online asset, or developing intellectual property that can be monetized and scaled. Use salary as the runway. Fund product development, basic marketing, and initial inventory without taking outside capital that dilutes future ownership. Aim to create a business that produces recurring revenue, subscriptions, software as a service concepts, monetized content, or a branded digital product. Once revenue hits a steady clip, convert profits into equity reinvestment, hiring, automation, or buying complementary assets, so the business becomes less dependent on your time. Retain majority ownership by bootstrapping with salary capital and by being disciplined about early hires and contracts. If acquisition becomes attractive, being the majority owner gives you negotiating power and optionality. Sell part, scale, or convert to a passive income stream. Intellectual property has asymmetric potential. It scales without equivalent increases in input. Treat the side business as a public works project for your financial future. Small, consistent funding from salary becomes the seed of sustainable ownership and passive income. Number 6. Buy index funds and targeted ETFs as ownership scaffolding, then add concentrated positions for upside. Use broad market instruments, S&P 500 index funds, total market ETFs, and sector ETFs as the backbone of ownership. They provide diversified equity exposure, low fees, and automatic rebalancing of thousands of companies. With a core satellite approach, allocate a stable core to index funds and ETFs to capture market appreciation and dividend growth. Then use a smaller satellite portion of capital to take concentrated positions in high-conviction equities or niche ETFs. This balances steady compounding with occasional asymmetric upside. Reinvest all dividends to accelerate compounding and focus on tax-efficient placement. Put taxable long-term holdings where they suffer lower tax drag and place high-turnover strategies in tax-advantaged accounts. Number 7. Convert a savings bucket into a down payment engine for rental real estate or syndicated equity. Keep a dedicated ownership down payment account that receives a fixed slice of salary. Use this fund for entry into cash-flowing rental properties or as the equity piece for private real estate syndications or private equity deals. Real estate purchased carefully, good location, conservative cap rate, realistic cash flow, gives two engines: rental income and appreciation. Syndicated deals allow smaller capital to access institutional-level assets, apartments, industrial warehouses, or student housing that deliver steady distributions. Use the salary-funded down payment fund to accumulate required equity while keeping leverage and reserves conservative. Analyze deals by cash-on-cash return, net operating income, and realistic vacancy scenarios. Treat the fund as patient capital. Don't divert it to consumption. Each successful acquisition transforms salary contributions into tangible property ownership and recurring cash flow. Number 8. Build governance, written rules, periodic audits, and exit plans for every ownership position. Ownership implies responsibility. For each significant asset, business, rental, concentrated stock, document governance rules, target allocation, stop loss or exit triggers, rebalancing cadence, and contingency reserves. Schedule quarterly audits of holdings and cash flows to confirm that income assets perform to expectation. Define explicit exit plans. When a yield falls below threshold, or when a business needs fresh capital, know whether you add, hold, or sell Use a simple dashboard to track portfolio composition, dividend yield, cash-on-cash returns, and debt service coverage. Having rules also enables scaling. You can replicate the framework for new salary-sourced investments and onboard partners without losing control. Ownership without governance is fragile. Ownership with clear rules becomes durable, scalable, and quietly powerful. The real power of money isn't in how much you earn. It's in how much you own that keeps earning even when you don't. I believe that together, we can build a better, wealthier future. If this inspires you, like it, share with your closed ones so they can benefit from it too, and subscribe to continue this journey with me. Now, if you want to know about 8 signs of quietly wealthy, then watch this video. I'll see you there.